had to come and get this off of my chest. I did. I had to come and get this off of my chest because it has been something that I have been talking to many people about. This has been one of the biggest debates when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to God, when it comes to all of that stuff. Okay. So here's and you know what I want to say to religious people is that when it comes to what is happening in our world and on our planet, I really feel that what religious people are trying to do is ultimately going to fail. And it is because of evolution. Okay. Now, spirituality, which is spirit, is always going to exist. You can't get around it. But because as we creep up on Sunday, because tomorrow everybody's going to be at church and stuff like that. But I wanted to come and speak to people that are very religious and talk to you all about why a lot of people have an issue with it, because and why people are trying to get away from that, what is actually happening in the world, and kind of just my take on it and how I feel about it. So spiritual, and I'm gonna get tired of holding my phone up, so y'all ain't gotta look at my tired face. Um, when it comes to religious people and why religious people get such a negative backlash, why that is happening, it is because people feel that a lot of people who are very religious, what they do is they try to stop or block the world, people, everybody from spiritually evolving. I think this is a mistake. I think that religion does play a part in our world, but I feel that evolution, which is, I guess, the Darwin theory or whatever you want to call it, in my humble opinion, I feel that all of them count. I feel like religion counts. I feel like spirituality counts, because spirituality and religion are two different things. Okay, it is. It's two different things. Okay. But I also feel that evolution is something that is always going to happen. So I believe in all three of those things. And I feel that when you are a religious person that is trying to force someone to feel, um, if you're a religious person that is trying to force someone to not expand or evolve spiritually, because this is exactly what is happening. It's not just about, because we know that witchcraft has been around since the beginning of time. We know that all religions were derived from witchcraft. Okay. Because witchcraft is based upon manipulation. Religion is indoctrinated beliefs that have pretty much trained our brains to create things. I do believe in creation. I do believe that um just the whole world makes up these belief systems, which makes it very real, which makes demons real, which makes ghosts real, which makes God real, which God is very real. But some people have a different opinion of God. So the issue, if you are a very religious person, is that people are going to evolve. People are evolving. Okay. And I feel that, of course, there's all sorts of different, I feel like there's different types of people on this earth. But I feel like if you are somebody that is very religious and you're trying to stop a person's spiritual evolution, then what you're trying to do is you're trying to keep them in a certain place. And in that place that you're trying to keep people in, if it were not for people like myself who were able to think past that stuff, because let's keep it real. I was talking to somebody about this last night. I mean, I think that it becomes such a limitation on the hey Thursday Lane. I think that it becomes such an it becomes to the point where, what are we supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to just be like monks in a cave and we're just supposed to go all day? Like, what do they expect us to do? Do they expect us to digress and go back and turn away from, the spiritual evolution that has happened? Because it's happening regardless if you want it to happen or not. And especially if you are a religious person that is trying to stop someone's spiritual evolution, then you're going to always be considered the bad guy. You're going to be considered the bad guy a lot of times, even by God itself. You're going to be considered to be the bad guy because what you're doing is you're trying to stunt the growth of people. This has led to so much war and pain and suffering to the point where people have forgotten what it's even about. So I'm the type of person that I believe in both. I believe in spirituality, and then again I also believe in evolution. Um so when we think about the Darwin theory and we think about the theory of evolving from certain species, I think that it definitely does have some validity. And the only reason, okay, so here is the only reason why I bring up the Darwin theory. The only reason is because religion, spirituality has evolved from religion. Does that make sense? Spiritual spirituality has evolved from religion. I think that religion can be a foundation, but do I think that anybody should limit themselves? They shouldn't. And so when you think about religion, okay, when you think about it, okay, we see churches helping people all the time. We do. We see churches doing community outreach, which is good. But to be honest with you, probably like 70 to 80% of the churches that are set up, even though they're non for profit, we know that pastor is profiting. Okay? And so it's almost like if you keep yourself stuck in those belief systems, then what will you have? I mean, what are you supposed to have? This is one of the reasons why I have a lot of respect for people that think outside of the box. Because, like there are some people that, there used to be a time where, if your parents, if you didn't come from very wealthy parents, hell, you may starve to death. You barely could get a piece of bread, let alone a loaf of bread. Okay. So, and I think that people that have thought outside of the box, okay, I think that people that have thought outside of the box, I am very, I admire those people just like I do admire religious people. But I think that religious people have to be careful so that they are not coming off as being this narcissistic establishment that wants to keep people where they're at for their own benefit. And which is all about hierarchy and grandstanding, and I personally feel that the Most High God Almighty, which to me is the universe, it's nature, it's energy, it's the divine. I feel that is something that God does not want us to do. And I think that and you know what? I actually was going to make a video about this on Christmas Day. I was going to make a video centered around Touchdown Jesus. If y'all remember when Touchdown Jesus got struck by lightning, why did God do that? If y'all don't know about Touchdown Jesus, you have to Google it, which a lot of people know about that. Even people in other countries know about what happened to Touchdown Jesus. Basically, is a big, humongous statue of Jesus, which is with his hands reaching up to the heavens. And I think it might have been in 2011. Lightning struck Touchdown Jesus, and it burned up. What was God actually saying? There's a couple of different theories that I have about that. Couple of different theories. Number one, I feel that it was a sign of the times. It was a sign of change. It was a sign of growth and evolution. Then also that I feel that it directly points to Jesus Christ and who Jesus Christ actually was. Which, when you read about Jesus Christ was a magician. When we think about magicians and witches, what do? They burn us at the stake. So, as the members of that church were watching Jesus burn basically at the stake, I know that a lot of y'all are going to say, oh my God, she's a blaspheme. She's committing blasphemy. You know, I know this is quite triggering for very religious people, but that's why very religious people, why do you watch my channel? I don't understand it. I don't. I don't understand why very, very religious people watch me at all. It's so bizarre, okay? But then again, I used to watch The Amazing Atheist, and I'm definitely not an atheist. I was just entertained by some of the stuff that he talked about, but never will I ever be an atheist. Okay. Not only am I not an atheist, but I am a polytheist, which means that I believe in many gods. Um, and so anyway, what was Jesus actually saying, when God allowed that statue to catch on fire? It'd be different if it was an earthquake and it crumbled to the ground. But God specifically struck it by lightning. Was God saying that religion is wrong at this point? And did the members of that church did they have the ability to discern and to even decode what was happening? Because I think that God did want us to think. I think looking at the world around us right now, y'all, I think that God wants us to do some very deep thinking and reevaluating. I do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, take your time and answer this question. Do you think for the year of 2022 is going to be a mutable duo trio year? Oh my God, that is so interesting that you would bring that up, because it's been all about duality since the year 2000, but now we got like like we're stepping into the trilogy. And I think people need to get ready. People need to get ready. Otherwise, they're going to be jumping, flying off of buildings. They're going to be like, oh, Lord, I can't take it. That's why, and it's especially older people. especially the older people, but because they're just like, oh Lord, let me clutch my pearls. Where's my crucifix? you know? And I'm telling y'all, it's like the mind blowing things, and see, they are constantly praying against it, but it's gonna come anyway. It's considered to be is that what they consider to be God's wrath? Because we've seen this over and over again. And it's like a cycle that we constantly go into, like, oh, look at the signs of the end. The end is coming. But what that really means is the end of times. It doesn't mean the end of the world. It could be the end of the world as we know it, and this is like a step up when it comes to evolution, and when it comes to ascension, and when it comes to people starting to think outside of the box and actually look up at the sky and say, what is actually going on up there? What is actually going on up in our universe? So then you got people that will theorize, well, we're not actually here. Those people are kind of cray cray. No, I don't agree that we're not actually here. We're actually here in the physical. Absolutely. This is this is a physical reality. And we figure that out every single day because your body will let you know that you are definitely in a physical body and that we're actually here. But I think it's interesting that when it comes to very religious people and the way they don't want the spiritual evolution to happen. Okay, and I think that Darwin's theory was based upon that too. I think that he just had a different idea of it. If you look at it, what's the word that I'm looking for? Is it rhetorically? Y'all, I'm not the best vocabulationist. But if you look at it and you think about it deeper, that is what he was talking about. And we are stepping into that. I mean, we're not stepping into it, we're in it, which is spiritual evolution. And this is the reason why, uh, you know, because I think it even says in the Bible, well, you're going to be questioned for what you're doing. Well, of course you're going to be questioned for what you're doing because you're actually making the suggestion that you should just go and kill people because of what they believe in. So of course you're going to be questioned. Of course people are going to question you about what the heck you're talking about. But that's the reason why religion is being demonized. Literally, it's being transmuted. And if you are a religious person, you have to get ready for that. Because everything that you believe in is going to be flipped upside down and turned inside out. Everything that religious people believe in. It ain't nothing ever stays the same. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so y'all put that in your blunts and smoke it. I think that people need to, hold on to their bootstraps because I feel that that time is coming, especially with this full moon coming up. This full moon in Cancer that is coming up. The Cancer ruling planet is the moon. What does the moon do? The moon is like it reflects. It's like a reflection. You know what I'm saying? It's like what the moon does is it's like our receptivity. It's like a receptor. It's like a conductor, the moon. And so it's I wonder if we're gonna have one of them super moons. I think I'm gonna do some sky gazing. I think I'm gonna keep my eyes on the sky this full moon because I want to see what the moon is doing this first full moon of this new year. Because I think that if you're not prepared, then what you can run into is paranoia, delusions, all sorts of people being able to create a reality for you that far either it's going to be very scary. It's going to be very scary for some people that are not ready. Does that make sense? And I think that as we grow and as we evolve, I think that the evolution is not where the harm is coming in. Where the harm is coming in is people that are trying to stop it. That's where the harm is coming in. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. There have been times, and I don't know why I always say that because I'm always honest. So I guess some of y'all will imply that I'm lying or whatever, but theories can always change. But there have been times when I have just been in full meditation mode. I'll take a spiritual bath and I'll just be, just feeling all just feeling so good. And then somebody with beliefs that are very limited will come along. And then all of a sudden, because I'm an empath, I'll feel their fear and I'll feel how tight and pressed they are and how, how their belief systems is tearing them down. And so it's it's gonna be us versus them. It already is. Because anytime you're doing anything, for example, crystals, I offer a crystal class, and I was going to talk to people about the power of crystals and stones. You know what I'm saying? But and you would be surprised or shocked at how amazing they are and what you can do with them. But people are so limited to where they'll go, no. And it's like, well, you just like feeling bad because the new. And so I I cherish both the old ways and the old days, and I and history is very important. But then again, also is the new age. So I feel like you are going to have to um, deal with the old, the new, and then everything in between. If you're not prepared to deal with that, then you're going to have some problems all the time. Because we're constantly dealing with the current, we're constantly dealing with the past, and then we're constantly dealing with the future at all times. And I believe that fate is what we make it. Not as an individual, but I feel like as a whole Earth planet, fate is what we make it. Okay, does that make sense to y'all? We got three in the chat. Anybody got anything to say about this? Because I think it's an interesting topic. I think that that's what this channel is for. Not just readings. I like to ponder certain things like that because sometimes I think about stuff like that, especially when I'm doing readings for people because, I mean, God only knows what we're going to see. Some of the apparitions that we're going to see this year. Thank you, Trinity. I think it does make sense, but they'll say that because I'm a woman, and that's why I want to take some time out to honor the goddess Brigitte. In fact, I'm going to be doing my hair. My hair is going to be red in honor of her because she's either, some of the depictions of her either have red hair or either she's that red-headed spirit guide that I'm always seeing in spirit. And so, the upcoming Mbok is all about the woman. And of course, it doesn't cancel out men. I don't know why men have that fear. Probably because of history and the things that men have done in history. We forgive you, but you know what I'm saying. Like this is where And I can guarantee you, I can guarantee you without a shadow of a doubt that a man is going to repeat the same exact thing that I say. The only difference is that it's gonna be a video that gets a million something, 3 million views. But because I'm a woman, they don't want to listen to my message or give me credit for it. They rather give credit to a man, which is fine with me because I'm still gonna get mine, but it's just the point. You know what I'm saying? So, because honestly, as a woman living in this day and age and during this time frame, I'm not trying to even fight with hierarchy. I have much more trust in God and the universe and what my destiny is. So, I'm not upset about that. I'm not tight or pressed about that. But, you just notice that even with that, men, and maybe they're doing it because they feel like they're protecting us. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what the deal is. But I'm definitely feeling as though this is what's going to happen. And because everything that man created was inspired by a woman, so we get our credit every single day. It was a woman that created the dishwasher. She said, honey, I'm tired of cleaning all these dishes all the damn time. Can we please create a contraption that cleans the dishes? you know and that's so I feel that man and woman, we work together. But I think that when you throw in religion and you throw in that dynamic of people, because I think it's a total mistake. I think that people that try to digress or try to stop spiritual evolution, I feel that you are wrong. But then again, that energy does create that friction that might be needed. So I feel like all has a purpose. For me, I want to be in the middle of all of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited about it, okay? And see, that's what I'm saying. That inferiority complex, that is primordial chaos. And so that energy is needed also. We can do something with that energy. It's useful sometimes. Now, if it's an energy to where if religion ever turns into everybody on the earth must die, then of course we're going to have higher gods that are going to step in. That's going to happen, because we have a lot of people that are just like, oh, everything is demonic. Everything is satanic. Oh, look at that. That's satanic. Oh, look at that. That's satanic. Oh, look at that. That's horrible. That's blasphemy. That's going against God. Everything that you see on this earth is of God. Everything, because God created everything. Okay? God's energy, God's force created it. The question is, what are you going to do with it? Okay? What are you going to do with it? What do you actually have to do to even transmute that energy? Are we going to continue to be able to transmute that energy or either transform it? That energy for me, where I am at is that I don't want to be bothered with it, honestly. I don't want to be bothered with those energies to where the world is trying to evolve itself and then people are like, no, let's bring it down, let's bring everybody down. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like I feel like where spirit is at is that spirit is done with that aspect of it. So I have yet to actually sit down and do a reading about the year 2022, partially because a lot of the information that I'm even speaking to y'all about right now is coming straight from up. It's coming straight from up there. So I don't even really need the cards. The cards just confirm. They're confirmation on what I'm talking about. So anyway, I thought it was an interesting topic and discussion. Um, you know, anyway, you can tell that nobody wants to talk about it hardly, or else it seemed like it's more of y'all in here than what's actually showing, which is all good with me or whatever. But um, I think that we need to embrace spiritual evolution because everybody's gonna benefit from it. You think that this world is not gonna benefit from spiritual evolution? You have lost it. Okay, and the angels and even the fallen angels, they gonna make it happen, baby. They gonna make it happen. Okay. You want to move out of Philly this year? Um, you know what? I don't pray. I don't pray Thursday Lane. I don't pray. I don't pray at all. Did y'all know that? I don't really pray. Is it raining?
No.
Okay. See, that's a problem right there. It should be raining. Yeah, I don't really pray like that. Like something like that, prayer is not going to really help you. Let's put it like that. I do pray. Let me knock on wood. If like in a situation to where someone was in danger, I would call to my ancestors and I would call out to God, absolutely, if there was something crazy going on. But something like that, let me give you the best advice you're going to ever get. Praying ain't going to do nothing to get you out of Philadelphia if that's what you want to do. You have to set your intent and make it happen, period. Okay? So let me reword that. Prayer ain't going to do nothing to help you with that. You need to set your intent and make it happen. Okay? That's what needs to happen with that. Yeah. I hope that you get your wishes. I hope that your wishes come true. I hope everybody's dreams and stuff comes true, but you know, it's one of those things to where, there's a lot of people being blocked and being delayed, and there's this delay and delay and delay and delay, and spirit is tired of that. I'm gonna tell you straight up and down, spirit is tired of delays, delays, delays. Mm-mm. We in the here and the now. But God has been getting us ready. The universe has been getting us ready. And there's certain people that they'll just be able to manifest something just out of the blue. I'm not going to brag on my spiritual gifts. I think that as we're going through certain channels and certain things, I think that, if we were to just be able to manifest instantly what we wanted all the time, I think that that would be kind of dangerous for other people. So that's why, you got to have that, you can't be the seven of cups, to where you get angry and then you just start wishing death on people and everybody got to die and saying all this crazy stuff. So, God does give us the ability to manifest whatever we want. But if you're going through something emotional like that to where you got to learn lessons, God ain't gonna, you ain't gonna be able to use that ability. But I feel that, the way that we're gonna, because we'll all be back here in another 1,000 years, or 100 years from now, we'll be back here and things will be quite different. Even from now, things are gonna be different. But nature will always stay the same, though. Nature is gonna constantly preserve itself. No, I don't believe that we should cut down every tree. And I think that we have technology. Quit cutting down these trees all the time. We need to preserve as much of nature as possible. Obviously, because then we'd be in trouble if we did that. Nature is going to always recycle itself. That's just like when they cut down a tree, another one is growing. But, so that's something that's always going to stay the same. You're not going to walk outside and, you're not going to see, everything is just a building. You know what I'm saying? Just buildings everywhere. That would suck. That would suck. We got to have that pure raw nature. We got to protect our endangered species too. We have to protect what is sacred on this earth. This is very important. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love everything about nature. I love everything about nature. You know what I'm saying? Even when nature is dangerous, I was looking at I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I was looking at a story about a woman that got eaten by, was it a lion? It was something that ate this woman, and I actually got jealous. I said, "Dang!" I said, imagine where she went, and when she went into the belly of that lion. You know what I'm saying? How she, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's very interesting. Then again, on the other hand, uh do I fear death? No, I don't. And I think that they want us to fear death, which is a mistake. Do I think that if you don't fear death, that means that you just gonna die, you just don't care about nothing? No. I think that you can I think that this is the key to life, because I personally feel that when people die, they go to another reality. They do have to go through like a soul cleansing process, though. You know what I'm really interested in? I'm really interested in life after death and what happens to the souls of people. And so that's something that, like in my spare time when I'm on YouTube, I'm constantly seeking that knowledge for that. And then also even when I'm in meditation, I'm constantly seeking that just kind of, because what else do I have to do? I mean, besides what I have to do. So, oh yeah, I got stung by a hornet, and I thought I got shot. The pain that I experienced getting stung by that hornet was real. It was so like, oh my God, like it stung me. And I looked down, I expected to see blood all over my shirt. I said, damn, did I get shot? And you know what I did? I kept calm, because if I'd have started freaking out, then I may have had some kind of reaction to it. I think what I did was I went upstairs and I immediately pulled the stinger out, and I took a hot shower. I took a shower, and I was able to keep calm because, you know, I like being able to keep calm. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to go. I got some stuff I gotta do at the witching hour, and I'm about to go up here and do some relaxing and eat this box of Cheez-Its and stuff. Snack on that a little bit. So I'll see y'all later. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Hit that thumbs up if you're watching the playback or if you're watching me live. And I will catch y'all later. Okay. All right. Peace.